Super Smash Bros. Coming to mobile? This is insane. We gotta talk about it and the possibilities. What's happening, my Block buddies, and welcome to a brand new episode of Blocked Content's Leak Speak. My name is Callum, here in this spooky Blocktober episode, and this is going to be your content for today. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty excited about today's episode because there's so much happening in the world of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate leaks. Things have been going crazy ever since yesterday, but I wanted to zoom in on something that makes me kind of giddy, that makes me, smile a little bit, laugh a little bit, because this seems too good to be true or too bad to be true for a lot of people. This is really interesting news, so I really wanted to share this leak with you guys. Of course, take all this speculation, all the rumors with a grain of salt. You guys know how it goes, so I'd love to talk with you guys about this one. And here's something super special, because a lot of you Block buddies on Discord asked for it. We're launching a new show called Question Block. The first episode is already out. I'll answer your questions about upcoming fighters, my thoughts on your favorite games, questions about how to start on YouTube, pretty much anything else. So please send your questions to blockedcontentmail@gmail.com. Already received so many great questions from you guys, and I will answer them in an upcoming video. Thank you guys. And for those of you guys who like giveaways, we are giving away a Piranha Plant plushie at 50k and this beautiful What's Happening, my Block Buddies t-shirt at 40k. So thank you guys. Comment down below to enter for the giveaways. Alright guys, let's head right into this video. It's one of those anonymous leaks, and we know that sometimes they can't be trusted, pretty much all of the time, and sometimes there's a little bit of a kernel of information here, correct? Today I wanted to look at this not because I believe this at all, but because I think it's interesting to talk about this, and that's what today's video is basically about. So the leak says, Super Smash Bros. Free for all. By the way, this will for sure be the title of a Smash game coming to mobile. Like 100%, that is perfect as a name. Like free for all, like free to play, free for all battles. That's insanely well thought of. So they say it's in development for iOS and Android smartphones by Dina and Bandai Namco. It's free to play as the name implies. It's 2-player, and you swipe and hold left or right to move your fighter. Tap and hold to attack, the button to swap between Smash and Specials, and the Smash meter is always on. There are 2 modes, Offline Smash and Online Smash. The unlock system for characters is very similar to Mario Kart Tour. There are 12 stages, and the roster will be bigger than Melee, but smaller than Brawl. So this is already pretty crazy. I know a lot of you guys out there really don't like what Mario Kart Tour is doing. I'm firmly in the camp. I like the game. I wish that it would have been a little bit less like, microtransactional. Yeah, I think that the game has promise. It looks pretty cool on a smartphone. Like, I like the animations. I like the new levels a lot. I do think that there's ways that they can improve it, make it even more accessible for people that don't want to spend $10 million on a video game where they unlock characters with the same animations. So there's a lot to be said for that type of game, and that they shouldn't be made, or that they should be made differently. But if you think about Super Smash Bros. As a franchise, right? Of course, Ultimate is doing incredibly well. A lot of people are still playing it. There are still characters coming out for the game. And Sakurai really doesn't feel like a guy who would compromise, right? Although he has been known to really work with limitations of hardware, right? He has very famously, of course, made the 3DS version of Smash Bros. For Wii U, right? Or basically that was, the dual game. And that actually worked, a lot of people really love that game, love all the different modes that were in there. Even the Smash Run mode, I think, was a very great idea that they should expand upon in the future. But just the idea of Sakurai going into the 3DS and saying, I can make a Smash game of this and it'll be bigger than Brawl, something like that. It's pretty crazy. And even famously, of course, did Kid Icarus Uprising on a 3DS, which was a full-fledged adventure, pretty similar to like Nintendo 64 or GameCube games, and it had this online mode. So yeah, I could see in some universe that Sakurai would be willing to do this, even if like the higher-ups of Nintendo said, Sakurai, we're thinking about doing Smash for mobile, and we really don't want to do it without you. I think Sakurai would at least think about it, right? Because the best way to do something for mobile, I think one very good reason for Sakurai to do it is that you can really reuse a lot of assets, right? People wouldn't be looking weird at that type of game if you reused Mario's animations or, all these animations, these characters, and bring back levels and stuff like that from Ultimate. I think that that's just what that platform is for. That's not a bad thing at all. But I do believe that if Sakurai were to make a new Smash game on a big new Nintendo platform, people would definitely want something different, right? We've had the same Mario skeleton model since Melee, right? Pretty much looks the same in a few key areas. Of course, it changes with the time. But, if you look at a few of the animations, especially something, from Brawl on the Final Smash stuff, a lot of it is, copied and edited slightly and, gone with the times a little bit. But I do believe that if you want to make something brand new for a new console, you can't keep doing that kind of stuff. So that's why Sakurai is very publicly stated that he won't be doing the everyone is here thing ever again, because it's first of all really difficult to do it in terms of copyright. I'm working with all these companies, but also if you're going to do it again, that's going to be really difficult if you want to overhaul the entire system, which I believe that Smash Brothers really has to do going forward. Ultimate is great, and I think it works because it's a game that's everyone is here. The whole idea of the game is that it brings everything back. But if you are going to continue on, you can't keep looking back, and you have to look forward. You have to add new moves, a new system, a new way to play. So that's why I think a free-for-all type game, a mobile game, would work really well. Because if that was the case, you could import some stuff, make some stuff, look different. I feel like even in the thumbnail of this video, I used a Mario design that was very sleek, very simple, that didn't have that, ragged image, the very Sakurai-like realism to it, and that the design is a little bit closer to what Mario Kart Tour is doing. So making the characters a little lighter in their color palettes and stuff like that, and even the detail toned down. I think that would be a very cool look for a Smash Brothers game, especially if it was a mobile and if it was only 2-player. But the idea here, especially the name, I totally love the name. The other ideas like microtransactions for characters, of course, there's the warp pipe mechanic in the Mario Kart Tour game where you basically, have a certain chance to get a certain character. I could see that happening here, where it would be super difficult to get, a really legendary character like Solid Snake or something like that, and it would be fairly easy to get a character that everybody pretty much plays with in their first go-arounds, like Yoshi or something like that, a character that, doesn't really feel like a special unlockable character. Snake to me feels like this third-party exclusive character, right? And that's gonna have a very low chance of appearing in the game. So that idea is pretty crazy. Paying for characters like that would be insane, especially if it's all the same animations and all the same stuff that we know from other games, but it could be a cash mine for Nintendo. So with making this video, I pretty much legitimized the idea that this could be but I really want more Smash Brothers any way you put it. So if this is a way to get a unique version of Smash Brothers that maybe works in a different way, that looks different, then I'll definitely go for it. I will definitely play it and maybe even, contribute to that. So the idea that it's 2-player, that you swipe to play with the characters, Nintendo can do some really creative things with their mobile games, right? Look at Super Mario Run, actually a Mario platformer that, Mario runs automatically, but it works so well, the wall jumping, the tricks and everything. So if they focus on it, I think they can make a really fun Smash system, and nothing with crazy stuff like rolling, air dodging, and, grabbing, throwing, but I think a really solid system with countering, with using smash attacks, with charging, with maybe even simple dodges. I think it could work really well if you don't approach it exactly like a Smash game, but like a mobile version of Smash. I think that it's going to be really special, right? So tap and hold to attack, the button to swap between Smash and specials. That sounds really intricate and really not fun. And the Smash meter always being on makes sense for something like a mobile game, right? So maybe the new mechanic of the game is that you have to finish characters off like they do in PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale, which is a bad thing, but maybe they can do it right? So the unlock system for characters is very similar to Mario Kart Tour. The idea that you, of course, pay for characters or that there's a very small percentage. Maybe you battle through a single player mode, and at the end of the single player mode, you have a certain percentage of a chance to run into a newcomer, especially if they do the everyone is here thing that they did for Ultimate. It's going to be a lot of characters. That's going to be so much fun. And I think Echo Fighters would be even more prevalent in a game like this because it's just so easy to add characters that way. So 2 modes being offline Smash and online Smash. I don't think for a mobile version of Smash Brothers you need anything more. And you know, it's pretty funny. We all have a Nintendo Switch, right? And that's pretty much a mobile thing. You can play Smash Brothers on the go, and even if you have Wi-Fi, you can play Smash Brothers online on the go. So pretty crazy to think about that. We already have that thing. 12 stages doesn't seem like a lot, but in terms of characters, the roster will be bigger than Melee and smaller than Brawl. I actually think Melee's roster is super solid. It has a lot of characters in it, a lot of variety. Of course, a lot of like clone characters too. But yeah, definitely adding the Bowser and Peach, the Zelda, the Sheik, the Ganondorf, I think really, you know, up the roster in terms of quality. And just to think about the Pokemon, right? Mewtwo, I think is a really great choice there too. So if they add characters from every single game that were iconic in that game, like for Smash for Wii U, I would say Little Mac would be the standout character, right? That people were really talking about in that game. And for Smash Ultimate, it'd be like a King K. Rool idea, right? If you had to choose one, it's going to be really difficult, like Simon or something. And for Smash Brawl, it'll be like Pit or Meta Knight or a character like Zero Suit Samus, maybe Wario. And then Melee, you would go the route of Bowser, Peach, something like that. So it's really difficult to think about a roster that's, you know, about as big as Melee's, a little smaller than Brawl's. And then which characters would you include? So I'm super curious what the characters are that you guys would include. And of course, the whole league spectrum of Super Smash Bros. Has been, you know, turned upside down the past few weeks. I really want to report on this news that we are getting a certain character that I've wanted for a very long time, but that'll have to wait for a little while. I think I'll make that video in a few hours. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really am curious if you guys at all want a mobile version of Smash Bros. How would you make that game? How would you make it different from what we already have? What will you add? Are there any things that you really don't want to see in it, like microtransactions or, you know, different ways to play? So let me know in the comments down below, because your comment could be featured in our next video. And our previous comment question comes from our user Blessed Nova, saying, I doubt that the 5th character would be revealed at the Game Awards. It would collide with the timeline of this Fighters Pass. Sakurai mentioned that the Fighters Pass would be released by February 2020. With this, why reveal another character from the same Fighters Pass at the next Game Awards? It would make more sense that Nintendo revealed the first character in the next Fighters Pass. So Bless Nova, thank you so much for a comment. I actually agree. I think that the Game Awards is a really great chance to announce any Smash news, because now we know that there are more characters coming. Sakurai will never quit working on Ultimate, it seems. I definitely think that something is happening because the connection's already there. They worked very hard to get the Joker teaser out. I even heard that Jeff Keighley said that he was very much involved with the way that that teaser presented itself, the one from Persona, and that is no surprise. It looks like really amazing, and I think that it worked within that event very well, and he's kind of the planner kind of guy, so with the way that everything turned dark, I think is a really interesting idea. Doing something for the next Game Awards I think is a shoe-in. I don't know which character it will be, and if it will be a character that will be for this Fighters Pass or the next, but I do believe that something is going to happen. So I'm kind of on the same page as you are here. There will be some Smash news at Game Awards, because there was last year and people are just expecting it, and of course there is a lot more Smash news to talk about because there's more characters, right? So it's a shoe-in for me. So anyway, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this topic. They're always a ton of fun to go through your comments, so thank you so much. Huge shout out to our latest Patreon supporters. You guys really make the channel possible. But if you want to have yourself created in blocked content style, if you want to join me for a discussion on Skype or something, or have your own idea animated or made into a video, please consider donating to patreon.com/blockedcontent, because you can get your video made and uploaded here on the channel. There's a bunch of incredible rewards there in patreon.com/blockedcontent, and they're waiting for you. And remember, if you're not yet a member of the Blocked Content family yet, please click the subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications, because we've got all the content we're uploading daily, and all the news and fun you care about will be delivered on the daily to you. So thank you guys so much for watching this Blocktober special, and I'll see you guys around the corner where there's always more Blocked Content. See ya.